Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk with the live video. I know I'm coming to you guys kind of now. I was just doing some work on my computer, some computer work, and so I'm doing this a little bit kind of late. And my co-host Chucky is not here today, but I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. I'm not gonna try to keep this long today. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. So, in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about where do the Chicago Bears go from here, and also we're going to be talking about the NFL trade deadline. The NFL trade deadline just passed already. Today was the last day for the NFL trade deadline, and there are a couple of some winners and losers in my book for this particular trades that happened this season. A lot of crazy trades that happened this season. And we're also going to be talking about, we doing week 10 pick'ems, as well as also talking about the Chicago Bears and exactly where do they go from here. And we're also going to be talking about, I'm probably going to do a part 2 tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will be doing a preview of the Chicago Bears versus the Patriots. And how the Chicago Bears can beat the New England Patriots. So stay tuned for that. But before we always start this video, guys, I always do it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to share this video to all your friends who are Bears fans and just sports fans in general. I'm gonna try to be more versatile in my videos. I'm also gonna be doing some Chicago Bulls videos as well. I know Chicago Bulls lost yesterday to the Utah Jazz. It was not good, man. I don't know what's going on with that team. But that's neither here nor there. They're also dealing with some injuries to Zach LaVine, as well as Lonzo Ball. Trump or Kamala. I don't want to say who I should go for. I didn't pick near. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say. This is not going to be a political video. I don't want to make a political video, bro. Not today. I just say whoever is the right candidate for the presidency, whoever can do the right thing. That's all I care about. At the end of the day, who does right, in my opinion. I'm all about right and wrong. Whoever's morally right, doing the right thing for the American people, that's what matters to me. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, guys, make sure to like and subscribe for my content, and make sure to hit that notification bell, guys. But yeah, let's start this video, guys. I wanted to share this NFL trade deadline that happened this week. A couple winners. Of course, one of them, was the Kansas City Chiefs. It just seems like the rich keeps just getting richer, man. I'm pretty sure you guys saw that game on yesterday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And DeAndre Hopkins, man, who they got in that trade, is definitely a steal, man. DeAndre Hopkins, who they got in that trade with the Tennessee Titans, was definitely a win for this Kansas City Chiefs. You definitely saw what Patrick Mahomes did to that Tampa Bay defense, especially that 34-yard catch that DeAndre Swift made with 3 defenders in his face. That was vintage DeAndre Hopkins, man. Of course, his two touchdown catches on Monday in that overtime victory over the Bucks definitely did help. And like I said, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're really trying to go for that three-peat. I think they're, in my book, they are one of the winners. Of course, one of their season-ending injury cornerback, Jalen Watson, the Chiefs reinforced their pass rush with a deal with Josh Uche, who's no longer fit with New England. Both Hopkins and Uche were acquired for low-round picks. And that's the thing, man. The Chiefs got him for a damn bargain, man. They got him for a low-round pick. And like I said, just imagine Hopkins, him playing, with Kelsey, and then you got Xavier Worthy. And what if what's his name comes back? Rashee Rice comes back later down in the season. We already know Marquise Brown is not going to come back because he had that season-ending shoulder injury. But I mean, it's freaking Patrick Mahomes, and when you have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, leading the helm, I mean, that's especially with getting DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, the league is screwed, and yeah, they're a big winner, and yeah. Minnesota Vikings, they also are a winner in this as well. Um, Another thing, the Minnesota Vikings, of course, they are the winners as well. Um, there are a couple of winners in my book. I don't think they're on here. I don't know if they're on here. Oh yeah, they are on here. But yeah, the Minnesota Vikings are also definitely a winner. Of course, they lost Christian Darrisaw to a season-ending knee injury, which was looked like a potentially devastating blow against their loss to the Los Angeles Rams. But them getting Cam Robinson from the Jacksonville Jaguars for a bargain, a seventh round draft, the seventh round pick, giving up a seventh round pick from that definitely bolstered up their offensive line. To me, I don't know what Ryan Poles was doing. Ryan Poles also could have traded Cam Robinson with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But, Ryan Poles is Ryan Posing, and he's so emotional, and he doesn't want to help our QB of the future and Caleb Williams. But that's neither here nor there. But like I said, the Minnesota Vikings, they've been really buyers at the trade deadline. They've been making improvements to this team. Sam Darnold, he bounced back after that game against the Los Angeles Rams on the win against the Indianapolis Colts. And it just seems like they're going to be one of those playoff contending teams that's going to, be in the playoff picture for this upcoming season. And also, what else? What else? Oh, of course, the Detroit Lions as well. Detroit Lions are also winners in the trade deadline. After losing Aiden Hutchinson, with the loss of Aiden Hutchinson to who's a potential game changer, them getting Zadarius Smith from the Browns, that definitely helped the Lions firmly in the Super Bowl mix. I definitely have the Lions coming out of the NFC for this upcoming season. The Detroit Lions are Super Bowl contenders this season, and them also getting Zadarius Smith definitely and to bolster their defensive line definitely solidifies for them being the creme de la creme of the NFC. What else? What else? Like I said, this is definitely a game changer for the Lions. Lions have won in the last few weeks without Hutchinson, but they didn't get the sack on Jordan Love last week and had just 5 sacks total in the last 3 games compared to 8 in the first 3 games of the season, a worrisome trend. Smith had 5 sacks in 9 games for the Browns. The Lions didn't make this move for a regular season. The Lions made this move with the playoffs and the Super Bowl in mind. And with the top-tier quarterback in Jared Goff, they are the favorites to come out of the NFC and represent in the Super Bowl. Next one, the Cincinnati Bengals, of course, snagging Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert definitely, he's that type of up and down running back. He has great vision. I know that the Cincinnati Bengals, they've been dealing with some of their injuries, especially with Zach Mouse, who's been out indefinitely. Khalil Herbert definitely brings a different dynamic to the Cincinnati Bengals team with his great vision of getting up the gap. And with what the Cincinnati Bengals are trying to run with their offense, it definitely helps that Khalil Herbert definitely fits for this offense and what they're trying to run. The Bengals definitely could benefit, and they could definitely make a playoff push despite their slow start. And with that upcoming schedule, with them facing the Baltimore Ravens, their run defense has definitely been kind of iffy, and so them getting Khalil Herbert is definitely a win for them. Next team, the Washington Commanders. Them getting Marshawn Lattimore definitely was big. Their secondary has been a big weakness for this team. Them having Noah Igbenogany and St. Juice is definitely not going to help. But them getting Marshawn Lattimore, who's a multi Pro Bowler cornerback for this team, and of course them leading the NFC East. especially with them contending with the Eagles, with that duo of AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. Them getting Marshawn Lattimore definitely helps them solidify them being uh, uh, a contending team for the NFC. Like I said, they lead the NFC, and with the addition of Lattimore, shores up a weakness of the team that they have to contend twice with the Eagles. Like I said, with the AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and also with CeeDee Lamb, and giving up a third, fourth, and sixth round pick to get Lattimore for a fifth in return. The Commanders sent a strong message that they're going for it right now. And Lattimore, he has dealt with some injuries in the past. His health has been a concern, but as I said, I think that won't hamper them too much especially for this particular season. I think Lattimore has one more deal in the season, if I'm not mistaken. And so, I don't think that's really going to hamper them. Next one, Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, them getting Mike Williams was definitely big. To team with George Pickens. It was clear that the Steelers, with how they're playing, they've been playing really well. I think they're six. Let me check their record right now. I want to check the Pittsburgh Steelers record right now. I think they're like 6-2. I think they just had a bye week, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what the record is. Yeah, they're 6-2 right now. Leading in the AFC North in a crowded AFC North, very competitive AFC North. But like I said, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they've been looking for a receiver all season long, and they finally got their one in Mike Williams to team with George Pickens. It was clear that the Steelers think that they have a shot this season with their strong defense and their coach and Mike Tomlin. Depending on who it is, Justin Fields or Russell Wilson, but I think they're definitely going to go with Russell Wilson, even though I wanted them to start Justin Fields so we can get that fourth round pick. But the way things are looking, is not going to look that way. But I think they definitely won this trade because I think Mike Williams definitely brings a different dynamic to this team. You could put him in the slot receiver because Mike Williams definitely plays well in the slot, or you could have him outside, and then you could put I think who's Deontay Johnson. You could put Deontay Johnson in the slot. Pick your poison. You could put him in the Y, or you could put him outside. But them getting Mike Williams definitely brings a different dynamic to this offense. And with Arthur Smith having these weapons, I think that he could use them to their disposal. And also, we're going to go with the losers, the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys having Dak Prescott on injury reserve. As well as giving up a fourth rounder when they traded away Amari Cooper. That definitely hampered them. And also the Cowboys getting a seventh round in return. This definitely puts the Cowboys out of playoff contention and without a playoff appearance, which is likely to end. And giving up certain draft picks for this. It just seemed like this Cowboys team were expected to contend this season, but with the injury to Dak Prescott being put on injury reserve definitely did not help with that. Also, Cleveland Brown fans, of course, them giving up Zadarius Smith, the injury to Deshaun Watson, the season-ending injury to Deshaun Watson, and then recouping multiple draft picks for Amari Cooper and Zadarius Smith this season. The Browns will have a decent 2025 NFL draft when they do return around. But other than that, they have to really salvage whatever season that they have left because definitely with the injuries that they're dealing with, it just seems they're not really going to go anywhere this season. Who else? And the New Orleans Saints, of course, them giving up Marshawn Lattimore and firing Dennis Allen. They're in salary cap hell right now. They didn't go all in on this fire sale this season. They didn't go all in on a fire sale, but trading Lattimore was the right move to start rebuilding. So it just points to the Saints rebuilding for the foreseeable future. But yeah, those are some of the winners and losers for this trade for this season. And I just want to talk a little bit about the Chicago Bears as well. Of course, like I said, them losing to hold on, man. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, but guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Chicago Bears as well. Um, like with the Chicago Bears, uh, you know, um, DJ Moore, he definitely had that interview with 670 score earlier on this season, and he was just talking about they're asking this question on whether or not what did they think about Matt Eberflus this season on if he has lost the locker room, and he's like saying, I want to say no. He's like saying, I want to say no, but um, he's doing what he can to help this team come together. And that was very big for me. When he said, I want to say no, he know that this team, that Matt Eberflus has definitely lost this locker room, um, especially when he threw them under the bus, when he threw his players under the bus on with the Washington Commanders and why they weren't even executing. He didn't even take accountability for the fact that he didn't take that time out when his defense was not set for the Hail Mary play, and how he gave up that 15-yard play to the Washington Commanders that set up that Hail Mary. Um, it just seemed like Matt Eberflus is just trying to cover for himself and not for his players. And even when he plays with the lead, he tries to protect that lead. He tries to protect that lead, and he doesn't do what he can to help his team win, man. He doesn't do what he can to help his team win. And you definitely see it from his players, man. But I mean, me in particular, as a Bears fan, seeing this from the outside perspective, it just seems like this is more than Matt Eberflus is doing. This is more also to speak on Ryan Poles is doing, and the ownership, because the ownership, they were the one responsible for hiring Ryan Poles, and Ryan Poles, he is responsible for hiring Matt Eberflus. He even vouched for him. He could have fired him after the 2023 season. So the new head coach, they hire a new head coach, whether it be Cliff Kingsbury, whoever it is, they will get their quarterback of their future. They will develop him the right way, and he would be developed the right way into how a franchise quarterback should be. And we're definitely not seeing that from Caleb Williams. We see Caleb Williams missing wide open receivers, and whether it's him not calling out the right protection for his team, or whatever it is, Shane Waldron not putting an extra blocker, an extra tight end to give a max protect for his team, or whether Caleb Williams not calling the right protection. It just seems like Caleb Williams is definitely regressing. He's regressing. I mean, he's missing the easy throws. It just seems like the last game he was missing those easy throws. And when he was making those throws, his wide receivers weren't making any catches at all. They weren't making the necessary catches to get those extra yards, those extra 4 or 5 yards. And it just seems like this team is just going downhill. And the next 3 games are going to be home games. And Matt Eberflus, he's going to have to do what he can to win these next 3 home games. You got your next 3 home games against the Patriots, against your 2 divisional rivals in the Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. This is not going to be an easy matchup. I know the Chicago Bears, they're favored to win by 6, but it just seems like they're not favored. And like I said, the Chicago Bears, they're going to have to do whatever they can to salvage whatever season that they have left. Because these last two games, especially that Washington Commanders game, it just seems it was a straw that broke the camel's back. I'm not even going to say that right now. I think it's too early, but you definitely saw against the Arizona Cardinals, our run defense gave up 213 yards rushing, mainly rushing, like not even a passing game. Like Kyler Murray really didn't do much in the passing game. It was all the rushing. It was the running backs that was really killing us. Their run game was killing us, and that's how we lost. That's how we lost that game. And a key stat, a really alarming stat, especially with the offensive line. 16 different players caused a pressure, like 16 different players from the Arizona Cardinals caused a pressure against Caleb Williams. And that is very alarming. Ryan Poles did not address this offensive line. He did not help his number one prize pick, the number one pick in Caleb Williams. And for Matt Eberflus to keep him in there after it was really out of control, it was way out of hand. They were already losing with 2 minutes to go. You kept him in there, and your excuse is you wanted to get him in rhythm. That says a lot about you. But I don't even know if I want to talk about the Bears right now. I want to make this quick video and get to this Week 10 pick'ems. Right now, I want to get to these Week 10 pick'ems because I'm not going to make this. This is not going to be a too long of a video. But let's get to these Week 10 pick'ems real quick before I end this video. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's get to these Week 10 pick'ems. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Week 10 pick'ems. Okay, Thursday night, we got the Bengals going to Baltimore M&T Bank Stadium against the Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 6 points. The total is 52.5. I think I have so this game right here, I don't think I'll touch this game with the 10-foot pole because Joe Burrow, he's very good, especially going into the later part of the season. The latter part of the season, Joe Burrow always turns it up. And we already know that Lamar Jackson, he's already playing at an MVP level for this season. So I don't know if I want to bet this game because I think this is definitely going to be competitive. But for me, I would say I'll give the edge to the Ravens. And, yeah, I'll have them going over the 6 points. You know, the way Lamar Jackson has been playing these past games, Lamar Jackson, he's been playing at an MVP level this season. And just seems like he's going to win the MVP this season. It just seems like he's going to win it again this season, going back to back. And I think the Ravens, they definitely had something to play for. Of course, you know, like I said, this is going to be a divisional game, and I wouldn't bet on this game. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole because, like I said, you know, Joe Burrow, he does play well. And at the same time, I also wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals do win. It just seems like the Ravens defense always struggles against the Bengals. But like I said, you know, with the combination of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, I don't think the Bengals are going to stop their run game, and they're not going to stop Lamar Jackson over the air. And so, yeah, give me the Ravens to win this game and to cover the 6 points. Next game, we got the Panthers versus the Giants. This is going to be in Munich. This is going to be a overseas game over the pond. And we got like I said, the Giants are favored by 5.5. Yeah, I'll say give me the Giants to win this game. They played very competitively last week against the Commander, and it seemed like they were going to win that game, with the way Danny Dimes was playing. And I think uh, um, who's their head coach? I'm already forgetting their name. Uh, the New York Giants head coach. Oh, Brian Dable. Brian Dable is definitely going to have this team playing the right way. And like I said, the Panthers, they have been playing well. I think this is going to be a closer game than many people expect. Bryce Young has been playing really well. I think the Panthers won their last game against the Saints, and so that definitely is going to bring up the team morale. But at the end of the day, give me the Giants to win. I think this is going to be a close game than most people expected. I don't know if they're going to cover the 5.5. I'd say it's going to be a little bit lower, but yeah, give me the Giants to win. Next game, we got the Patriots versus the Bears. The Bears are favored by 6 points. They're going to be at home. The Bears, they're 4-0 at home. They've won 8 straight, I think 8 or 9 straight at home. And like I said, the Bears, they've been on a free fall right now with the way they've been playing. The locker room has kind of not been good. Of course, Matt Eberflus, he's 0-18 away. Especially, he's 3-17 away. And teams over 500, he's 0-18 away. And I'm going to have the Bears winning this game, but I don't think it's going to be 6. I think this is going to be a much closer game than what people expect. Until I see the offense making some progress, I'm going to have this being a close game, like a 20-17 game. But I have no faith in this offense right now. But I definitely think this is going to be close. And the Patriots, their run defense and their passing defense is way better than the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Commanders than what people expected. If you look at the numbers, their run defense is expected. And so I wouldn't also be surprised if the Patriots win this game. But I have the Bears winning this game. But I think this is going to be a closer game than what people expect. Next game, we got the Bills versus the Colts. Buffalo is favored by 4. I think the Bills are going to blow this team out. I don't know, but the way I see things coming, I think the Bills, I think they're gonna go over 4. I think they're gonna win by like at least 10 plus points. The Colts, even though they have Joe Flacco has been playing well. He definitely has his mojo, but Joe Flacco, he's way past his prime. And I think the Bills, they're gonna go after Joe Flacco. The Bills, like I said, they're a playoff contending team. They won last week on a thriller against the Miami Dolphins on I think it was like a 60-yard field goal. It was a crazy game, but yeah, they won in a thriller against the Miami Dolphins, and so I think that morale carry over against the Colts, and so give me the Bills to win by at least 10 points to cover the 4. Next game, we got the Chiefs versus the Broncos. I mean, I got the Chiefs winning this game. But I think this is going to be a little bit closer than expected because this is a divisional game, and it seems like the Broncos always plays well against the Chiefs. This could be a trap game. I don't know if I'll touch this game with the 10-foot pole as well because, even though KC is playing well, the Broncos always, for some reason, play the Kansas City Chiefs hard. They always play them hard. It doesn't matter who their quarterback is. Whether it's Jarrett Stidham, whether it's Russell Wilson, or whether it's Bo Nix, the rookie quarterback, the Broncos always play the Chiefs hard for some reason. And so I don't know if I'm going to have the Kansas City covering the 8. I have them probably winning, having a little bit lower, a tad bit lower, like maybe a 27-22 type of game, maybe 6 or 5 points. But yeah, give me the Chiefs to win like 27-22. Next game, we got the Falcons versus the Saints. This is another divisional matchup. I'd say give me the Falcons to win. Like I said, the Saints, they're in a free fall right now. They got rid of Dennis Allen. they really don't have much of an identity outside of hot firing Dennis Allen. The Falcons, they just won against the Dallas Cowboys, and the Falcons, they're riding high, with their quarterback and Kirk Cousins. I think this is definitely going to continue. I have the Atlanta Falcons covering the 3.5, so give me the Atlanta Falcons to win. Next game, we got the 49ers versus the Buccaneers. The 49ers are our favorite in this game. They're going to go to Raymond James Stadium. I think this is also going to be another good game. The Buccaneers, they played really hard against the Kansas City Chiefs all the way to overtime. They could have won that game. They could have won that game on some questionable calls, questionable holding call on Kansas City. But it didn't go their way. It didn't go the Buccaneers' favor, But with this game, the 49ers, I think, they're going to have something to play a little bit more. So I'd say give me the 49ers to win this game. I think this is definitely going to be a close game. This is going to be another high-scoring game by the Buccaneers. This is another high-scoring game, so I'd say give me the 49ers to win. We got the Steelers versus the Commanders in Landover, Maryland. The Commanders, they're riding high, as always, with their rookie number 2 pick and Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels has been playing at an outworldly level, playing at an MVP level so far this season. I think the Steelers are coming off of a bye week, and with all the moves they make, like I said, them trading for Mike Williams, of course, the Commanders trading for Marshawn Lattimore. This is going to be another good game. I think this is going to be a high-scoring affair between the two teams. But I'd say give me the Steelers to win because they got a great defense, and it just seems like their offense is running into form. Steelers defense they play very stout, and I think they're going to have an answer for their run game, for the Commanders' run game. And so I'd say give me the Steelers. Next game, we got the Vikings versus the Jaguars. They're playing the Jaguars at home. Minnesota is favored by 4. I would say, yeah, give me the Vikings to win this game. I definitely have them covering the 4 for this game. The Jaguars, they just traded away Cam Robinson to the Vikings, and that definitely really helped out the Vikings. Sam Darnold, he's playing really well this season, with Kevin O'Connell being the Coach of the Year candidate for this season. He has his team clicking on all cylinders, so I'd say give me the Vikings to win. Next game, we got the Titans versus the Chargers. The Chargers are favored by 7.5 points. Chargers, I'd say give me the Chargers to win. The Chargers last week beat the Cleveland Browns badly, 27-10. John Harbaugh definitely has his team, especially that defense, the way they've been playing. The defense has been playing really well. The Titans, they did come off of a win. Did the Titans win last week? Let me see. Let me see if the Titans win. Tennessee Titans. They win last week? I don't think they won last week. Yeah, they won last week. They won last week against the Patriots. Yeah, they won last week against the Patriots, but I don't think it's going to be enough to beat the Chargers. With their quarterback at the helm, and you have John Harbaugh leading. I think this is also going to be a blowout. The Chargers will blow out the Tennessee Titans because Tennessee Titans are on a free fall, with Mason Rudolph. So I'll say give me the Chargers to go over the 7.5. I have them winning by 10+ points. Next game, we got the Eagles versus the Cowboys. The Eagles last week, of course, won against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dominant fashion, even though it was a close game. It just seems like the Eagles offense has been clicking on all cylinders, especially with Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley has been playing very well this season, exceptional level. He's coming off an 159-yard game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think this game is definitely going to be a blowout with the Eagles. The Eagles are flying high right now. So I'd say give me the Eagles to cover the 7.5. I think this is going to be another blowout game by the Eagles because, like I said, the Cowboys, they lost Dak Prescott to injury reserve, and like I said, they've been dealing with a lot of injuries to their defensive front. Of course, with Michael Parsons. So I don't think the Cowboys the Cowboys defense is going to slow down the Philadelphia Eagles. So give me the Eagles to cover. Next game, we got the Jets versus the Cardinals. Arizona's favored by 1.5. This game, I think this is going to be another close game. The Cardinals are coming off of a big win against the Chicago Bears, a blowout win against the Chicago Bears. And the Jets, they also came off of a win against the Houston Texans. This game, this is kind of an iffy game. Like I said, the Cardinals, they're kind of like a hot and cold team. And the Jets, they're kind of a hot and cold team. The Jets have been playing really well. But what should I say? I'll say give me Arizona Cardinals, but I think this is going to be another close game. It's going to be like a 24-21 type of game. So I'll say give me the Cardinals to win this game. Next game, we got the Detroit Lions against the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans are coming off of a loss against the New York Jets, and the Houston Texans are going to be hosting this season. Detroit is favored by 3.5. This is another big game, another great game. I think this is going to be another high-scoring game for this week. I'd say give me the Lions to win, and I have them covering the 3.5. Like I said, the Lions, they traded for Zadarius Smith. They're making all these moves. And C.J. Stroud, the last couple of weeks, he's just been slowing down. He hasn't been playing too well. And I think the Lions, I think their defense is going to stifle the Houston Texans team. I know they got Joe Mixon right now, with the Houston Texans, but I just think the Detroit Lions are just way too much. They got so many weapons on this team, and Jared Goff doesn't have to really do too much. All he just got to do is just let his playmakers do the playmaking, and they'll do the rest. And I think the Lions I think the Lions playmakers are way better than the Texans playmakers. What's his name? Nico Collins. I think he's even hurt. So that's definitely not going to help as well. Nico Collins is hurt. All you got is Tank Dell, and you definitely see CJ Stroud's production not been playing. CJ Stroud's production has not been very good without Nico Collins, and so that's definitely not going to help. I don't know if Nico Collins is going to be playing this game. Let me check. He has been injured, but I don't think Nico Collins is going to play this game. But like I said, give me the Lions to win this game. Next game, we got the Dolphins versus the Rams this upcoming season. The Rams are going to be hosting the Dolphins at SoFi Stadium. The Rams are favored by 2.5 points. Give me the Rams to win this game. This is going to be house money. So the Rams so far has been playing extremely well this upcoming season. They're coming off of a win against the Seattle Seahawks. This second half of the season, it just seems like the Rams have been surging, with the return of Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. And when you have a deadly duo of Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, that's definitely going to help out. Of course, like you said, the Dolphins also, got Tua Tagovailoa back. I think this is going to be another high-scoring affair, but I'll say give me the Rams to cover the 2.5. I think they're going to win by like maybe 4 or 5. Like it's going to be like a 34-31 type of game because I definitely think this game is going to be like a high-scoring affair. But that's all that I have for you guys today. Those were my Week 10. My Week 10 pick'em so far this season. Stay tuned, guys, for my preview tomorrow of the Chicago Bears versus the New England Patriots preview. And like I said, guys, go out there and vote. I don't even want to mention the political stuff, but I don't want to promote that on my channel. This is a sports channel. But, stay tuned for more videos and updates in regards to Chicago Bears, guys. And as always, guys, This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk, and I'll see y'all later. All right, guys. Peace.
That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait.